Welcome everyone to Beckon Development Weekly Stream, episode 120. What's up, Dwight? How you doing?
Nada, man. I got a different. I got some more stuff in my room.
So, Dwight has cloned my circumstance.
I did a pretty good job, I think.
It's awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, welcome. Yeah, today is a little bit. I saw that Trent Kanuga put out a video on animating sprites for his upcoming game.
He showed me a little bit of that,
and I was like, dude, right? I don't do enough, and I need to do animations right now. So I was like, all right, man, gotta get into this. So
we need a comic book.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Of course we do. Yes, Dwight. So, just you guys aren't familiar. Trent Kanuga's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Throw that up there, man.
Yeah. Well, but first we gotta say hi to the chat. What is up?
Good stuff made it. Yo.
What's up, man? Hope you're doing good, bro.
So is it yo or yo? Like
yo.
What do they call them now?
What's up?
So, like, you're in my state or your state? Which state you at?
What's up? Yeah, guys, Trent Kanuga is his YouTube channel. Like I said, today he put out a video how to animate 2D game characters in Photoshop. He's got an awesome game platformer that he's working on called Twilight Monk. So he's releasing videos of him working on it and stuff. So, okay, word. Well, so are we. So
yeah,
Dwight has been doing great stuff with
animate
with the system, and
I wouldn't call it great. It's been
it is, guys. We played it before. Some other things are happening. Like he's killing it. We're going to be updating the build on Steam as soon as all this is done, and we got something real fun to be able to cap it, make it a more full experience, and everyone walking away from it like that was fun. But we still want more. You all saw it. It was working, but not with animations. Like the character. Right. So Dwight needs me to do animations. So that's what I'm doing today.
Tried sending you build last weekend. Had a couple things. I grabbed a hold of a couple glitches. Was play testing last night. I think it was doing a lot better. I've got the characters populating in on the battle where I want them, so I'm hoping all that starts to kind of just come into play right where I want it. So we're gonna see.
So this is the idle animation. So this
is he swinging a golf club?
Yeah, it's all the layers. Well, it's called a smear frame, and since it's in constant quick motion,
he looks Scottish.
Okay, well, fine. That's cool. So in here it works a little bit faster because I just pulled them in as solid images.
That's going to be sick, dude. When he rips it, that's.
So what Trent was doing was real cool because he was talking about the different states that the enemy is in, his enemy bat. There's a passive state, so it's just kind of flying around. And then there's a state where it recognizes you and starts to attack you. So he wanted to change the state where the mouth was open and it looked angry, right? So we've been doing that a bit with our game where the enemies, first off, the first tell they're going to attack you is they walk in on you. The next thing is what direction they're attacking from is a frame of animation that holds, much like how Punch-Out worked. Who else we have? Chris Fisk, what's up, everybody? What's up, Chris Fisk? Yeah, what's up? So we play a little bit with that Punch-Out idea, the old school, like Mike Tyson, like they pull back and give you a tell, and the whole trick is to memorize their movements and then get the timing right, and you'll be able to block. So our game has a lot of different states, mainly because it's an RPG. So are we in a passive state where we're just waiting for our turn? Are we in an active state where we're taking a turn? And then if we're taking a turn, what state are we in? Magic use, item use, attacking physically or using magic. I think I might have just said that. But are we dead? Like there's all these different states. And then when you get into the attack part, it even breaks down even heavier because what's up, D-Wag? Yeah, D-Wag. D-Wag. So even, what's he say? He's running errands. So, what's up?
Good stuff. It's like, if it ain't Scottish, it's clap.
Nice. Bow. So in our attack, because it's kind of action game oriented. Well, the way we got Taj working is when you press attack, he runs in. You can press and hold the button in a certain build. I don't know if that's in the build that's currently up, but we had an older build that we're going to iterate on this on. But you press and hold whatever direction you're coming from in the attack to kind of charge it up to make it more powerful or whatever.
Right.
But that also doubles. It makes the game feel more fluid because the character goes from a ready state. Well, yeah, first of all, it's just not idle. Then they got to engage. And then when they're engaged, they have a different idle that's like, yeah, I'm about to attack. So then you hold the button, press and hold the button. He'll sit back and charge and attack. And that's its own loop of rotation. All these different states are looped.
I'm trying to remember
rotations.
if the like hold and charge was still there. I don't remember.
I don't think it is. I don't think it has been for a minute, but it used to be there. And even if it doesn't, it still reverts to that frame, which is kind of where I'm getting with why it feels smooth and responsive when you play it. Is each kind of state has its loop idle. So you can hold it in that state and he's still moving and breathing. But also it kind of acts as a puppeteer. Every time you press and hold a certain button, he's moving. Even the blocks kind of act the same way, except they don't need a charge, obviously. They just press and hold. So with Taj, it was with a sword. So I'm working with a sling this time. And I found out that... So he's got his normal idle animation that's just, hey, I'm waiting for my turn, right? And it's just looping. So this idea is what happens when he wants to attack to the right. So he's already going to jump up into a ready state. I have an animation where he leaps in that maybe you guys have seen before. But once he gets into this heightened state, so he needs to stay here in this pose and idle there for a minute with the slinging faster. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directions of that, and that will carry a speed over time. When it gets in this location, I'm going to cut it by half and just have the sling go in 3 directions in a cycle. So 3 frames will get that hold cycle. But once we release it, I've already got my keyframe set up for keyframe 1 of release for attack rate. So, and then we'll do the next keyframe from that, which would be the actual throw. And there will be tween frames after that kind of show the follow through and all that. So, and maybe a reset, a couple frames for reset. But yeah, it's a lot to manage. But yeah, figure let's do it. Yeah. Who else is it? What's up? Hi, what's up, bro? Yeah. What's up, What's up, Pops? What's up, Pops? How you doing? Yes. Good guys. What's up? Joe said he might jump in. I sent him the link.
We'll see.
I don't know if he's breaking board.
Get a couple damn frames in before he gets here.
So from the idle animation, press and hold. I've got him leaned in, but there's a slight rotation to his head, like in the Z-axis, like away from us. But you don't see it very well because he hunches down. So it was like all that little meticulous turn,
which he kind of really should if he's getting ready to rip it.
Yeah. So you can see I'm also bringing his forward elbow up to aim forward. before he's going to turn, the body, to sling. So I've got this, and he's basically going to be holding this pose for a while. So the next frame is here, and you'll see me do this. I've got so many frames of hand-drawn stuff. I'm able to grab certain poses of things, chop them up, reposition them together to start to create more frames. Now, why would I do this instead of just hand-drawing each frame, like that? Well, it takes more time, and what happens between the frames, if you're not perfect, lines jitter, shades jitter, everything jitters. It's a weird jiggle effect, but and it looks
we don't want
nasty.
we don't want no jiggles.
It looks real nasty when you add the shade, like the light and shade, because then you can't get that consistent, so it doesn't look right. It just starts to flicker. So I learned about this. I taught myself like lasso this, shrink this, morph this, because I'm using the same pixels. I'm just trying to move them in different spaces along the timeline. So you'll see it. So the big thing is he leans in. That's a good frame. I got to finish coloring it, obviously. But I got to adjust this one.
Obviously.
You can see the wrist and the elbow is moved. So I've already got that main action.
It's got to be 10 layers at least.
I've got the whole rest of the body to kind of work with from this. Looks like I already tried to work on the arm a bit. So let's get dirty.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. All right, you'll see me using the
what was the name of that Asian stunt show where they were trying to do a bunch of stuff and they were always doing it was like a famous
I don't know what
Asian,
it was, but someone
knows. and they were doing the
what's up, bud?
Darn it! It was like a goofy, crazy, the American Ninja Warrior or whatever, but it was a zany one, and they had the guys doing the voiceovers, and they were saying a bunch of stupid stuff. What the heck was that? And it was funny because they would start and have everybody start running, and it was like, let's get it on. I don't remember what that was.
Emotional damage.
Too many ice cream cones and popsicles, I think, to remember what that was.
Too many brain freezes.
I'm trying to remember what channel it was on. Yeah, Takeshi's Castle. Extreme Elimination on MXC. Yep. Yeah. That's what it was.
Dude, wasn't that around like Celebrity Deathmatch era?
I don't know. A little after that, but still though. It was so funny.
Oh, look at this. What's up, Joey?
What up? What's going on, guys?
What's up, Karate?
You kind of look like Zoolander a little bit.
Did we talk about this 3 weeks ago?
But worse.
I mean, can't get much worse than that.
At least, dude, you've got to do Blue Steel, man.
We got Joe's screenshot of doing Blue Steel somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. I don't even remember it. It's just pursed lips, right?
Yeah,
wanting to lasso, but
you just gotta fish lips, man.
Fish lips. It's been a quick minute since I saw that.
So yeah,
like
Joe,
doing work today, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So what else going on? Looks a little bright in there, man. Are you outside?
No, I got professional lamps now. No, I'm joking. It's just a normal lamp. That's
look like you're standing at the. Look like you're standing at the fry station at McDonald's, like cooking French fries. You know,
Joe started an OnlyFans.
Lights just ding.
Joe started an OnlyFans, so he got a new light set up.
Yeah, dude.
It's a children's hospital for really, 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 really important kids.
Yeah. I feel like the details will be too much.
We're doing a children's hospital for the really, really, really good looking.
Good looking. I'm too good looking. Damn,
how are they supposed to read? They're not the size of ants or whatever it was.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
I did
There's
not
too many
give
people
that.
that have not seen that movie.
I did not give that movie enough credit like
Oh, man.
beforehand, and I bet I went a couple years without watching it, and then I was just bored on the ship, and a bunch of other guys were watching it, and I got sucked in, and then I
Yeah, it
just
hit you.
started out. I was laughing for real.
Oh yeah.
It hit you good. It hit you right where you want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was one of those that it was just right.
Yep.
All right, so Jeremy was going through a little bit of the animational stuff that he's
Nice.
trying to pull together for us.
Yeah, so this gets meticulous. You'll see me lasso tooling and repositioning and Frankensteining other line work from old frames to kind of bring over into things, but it's all about continuity across the frames. Once you start like stuff with this much detail, once you start like hand drawing too much, especially in like cycled animations. So Joe, what's happening is I just explained this to everyone, is our normal idle is this, and it's running real slow because that's actually all the layers of every frame. So Photoshop lags trying to do it, but it's just cyclical, right? So to make this, there was a lot of copy and paste of the line work, and then slight manipulations between each frame to get like the hairs in the head.
Right.
Hold on, the hairs in the head kind of float. There we go, and like the flaps of the clothes and everything. There's a lot of copy and paste, but then customization further. And that keeps the consistency, including the shades, the shade and light. If you do try to do that by hand over and over again, you're driving yourself nuts and it'll flicker a lot. So I'll use this, I use copy and paste a lot, and it's not cheating, it keeps it. So
now it might be just because I'm Italian, but it looks like he's rolling some pizza dough. And
no, I thought he was swinging a golf club.
Right. Because of the smear.
Looked like, or an old shillelagh, you know?
Boy,
I can see that.
Maybe he's swinging his Lucky Charms. Why does everybody always laugh when I say that?
I don't know. Ken's up in the house. Why male models? I'll tell you why.
Kenton, what's up, bro?
Because UPS models cost too much.
Why?
Yeah. Why? It's good. It's good to see Kenton up in the chat room.
Yeah.
Who's this Hiawatha?
But this will be pretty interesting though.
I kind of like, I don't know if he appreciated me kind of like saying it, but he's one of our regulars. He just
cool.
Changed his name up,
He's cool. He's incognito. Like
is it Noah?
Like
no.
I haven't seen Noah around in any chats, but then again, I'm not in any chats. So.
He could be busy.
Yeah,
he is.
He's bro.
He's working. Yeah. So what's Joe doing tonight?
I'm cooking. I'm probably have to hop off in a little bit. Just gonna eat some food.
Last time we heard about you cooking.
Oh
yeah, that steak was murdered, man. How you come back from that yet?
That was like a year and a half ago. Yeah, doing pretty well. I didn't buy a new grill. I got this shitty charcoal grill, but
we talked about that.
It's still fun.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I didn't get a Traeger yet.
Yeah, I set mine the other day and just walked away from it for a couple hours and then came back and it was done. It just
beautiful. Yeah, I did some. I don't know. I must have had like a knack for pork, but without a thermometer, I cooked it perfect. It's great.
There you go.
Nice.
You had the eye or something.
Which is rough because man, you can mess them up for sure. But honest, man, I told you I bought those little Bluetooth digital temperature thermometers.
Can you tell me what brand,
dude?
Are you sponsored yet?
To you. I'll send it to you. Yeah, we probably should. Yeah. Brought to you by But no, man, they work pretty killer, man. Because then it just like my phone beeps, like, "Hey, you're at temp, like you're done." So then that's
And
it.
you don't neglect your beer. You don't neglect your
No,
lady.
man. I mean,
Yeah,
you can go get some other stuff done,
that's right.
or you can sit there and relax. You can kind of do whatever. But pretty slick little gadget.
We'll have to do that.
But man, I mean, I'll bring the pork chops up to about 165, maybe 170 if I'm feeling it, and then man, they're just done.
Yeah,
Turns out real
I
good.
think I got lucky. I don't think I have a knack for it. It definitely landed nicely. Anybody out there make a solid pork chop?
You can definitely murder it on the charcoal, man, if you're not careful.
For sure. I think it was because I murdered a couple chickens. Not the whole chicken, but like a wing or
There's
two.
people that do that. Only murder half a chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, murder half a chicken, and then I learned from that, so I pulled them quick off the grill. And it was
I will tell you what, man, doing a slow smoke on a steak and searing at the end has been a.
Sounds like
it's been good. It's been good.
Heck yeah. I'm also doing a anatomy tutorial. I'm behind on. I signed up for too much work. That's why we quit. We didn't do an art bros this week because we were both. It seemed like we were both busy. So.
Yeah, I was busy too. I got some crazy complicated side work.
Well,
so
that's what you get.
Oh yeah,
you wanted work. Here you go.
Okay, so Hiawatha says Joe's cooking crack. That gives me an inkling of who this guy is.
No, someone said you look like you've been losing weight, and I told them crack was a hell of a drug.
Well, I mean, it's definitely not loss of weight. It's the camera. I put it on the special.
It's the lighting.
A few pounds. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. It's the lighting.
It's
bisexual.
It's that heat lamp that you're under right now.
Mm-hmm. Look at the trade.
It sure looks like it.
Overexposed the camera.
Looks like you're at the local fish shop, standing there by the fryer.
I kind of like it. It feels like I'm in a totally different universe than you guys. You guys are like in the normal world, and I'm in blown out world
here. you're in Joe Cool mode.
That's right, Joe Cool over here.
Right. Are you eating Cheetos, man, or what?
No. I was supposed to be eating some potatoes, dude. Signed up for this Orlando Farm Fresh thing. It's pretty sweet. Got all the local farms sending me shit, which is good. Farm Fresh. Okay. Jerem, how many frames are you doing tonight?
Like
or
54.
Well, this real quick, Joe. Just the basic idle is 6 frames. Okay. So to press and hold the button, whatever attack you're doing, is he'll go into a hold charge, so he'll start spinning the sling faster. So I'm going for 3 frame cycles. So this is 1, this is 2. There will be a third one where the sling's at about like 5 o'clock position, and then when you release, this is frame 1 for right attack release. So
drop shoulder. That's nice.
Yeah, so this is like keyframe 2. This is keyframe 1, and then this is a tween of keyframe 1.
There's kind of like sense? A Sherlock Holmes point to it where he's sitting there going, limp in his left leg. We'll take out tibia.
Yeah, I can
drop
see that.
Shoulder.
I was trying to be a bit more complicated with the mechanics and being like Lane and Enel. Basically, they control the same, but a lot of the mechanics would have been like the gameplay mechanics might have been too custom between all the characters. And I'm not still sacrificing that idea, but for right now, I'm animating them based on the same premise as Taj's controls, and from there we can play around with it. If we want to further customize the way they control,
right? Then did you ever think about changing up like how they I know obviously their gameplay is slightly different, but I've been playing triangle strategy, and I like the passive kind of things that just happen with different characters. Like, say, a character like this guy, because he's got long range. Maybe he automatically attacks with a follow up after the main character
So
Taj
he's
dies or something.
Lane is also what I class as a battle mage. So
could be some support in there.
So there's magic that he can kind of like charge his projectile with, depending on which
Right,
load.
but only when he's up front, right?
Say that again.
But only when he's up front, like when he cycles in.
When he's attacking, yeah. So
right.
When he's defending or blocking, there will be a whole different type of animation, of course.
We may have him attack from the back.
That kind of seemed like that's not necessarily where it's going, but it seemed like could be a cool option. I don't want to complicate your guys' systems already.
Yeah, that's complicated, D.
That's complicated quick for sure.
Yeah.
But
he's just a programmer. Don't
hey, don't give him ideas.
Yeah, don't give him ideas, dude.
We'll knock it out.
Heck yeah. I'm all about passive abilities now. So
yeah, for sure.
Passive cool things.
So Lane would be your battle mage, and it's not just because she's a girl that she's the healer. I'm actually got quite a neat idea on
she's
battle
like an
healing.
aggressive healer.
Yeah, and the other thing is going over all the spells and the way a certain system works in the plans with the load-ins and the crystals and which ones you have equipped. So Final Fantasy is famous for its job system and its class changes, and some games they advertise how cool it is you can change your job on a whim, which constantly keeps you rotating different tactics. So we're kind of giving you that option with this in the plans. Is load-ins are gonna be able to be crafted into amulets, and those amulets will have different load-ins attached to them that give you different spells access. So, and you can attach up to 4 of them. So you basically get to switch your spell load out on the fly.
It's kind of like more materia like then.
Yeah, basically.
We'll see.
I've never been a fan of too many options. It hurts my brain.
Right.
So anytime they allow you to like change up your whole thing completely, like this guy could be anybody, I'm like, blows my mind.
Right.
I know. Chocolate or vanilla milkshake. It's just too much, right?
Too much to figure that out, dude. Mix them. Throw it together.
Yeah, you're give it both.
And there is something to be appreciated with developers that make a game that's fine-tuned with immaculate detail and care per playable character. So I'm still trying to keep our development ideas of their tactics open. Like I need to at least have these base animations there, and they need to be all in combat working. After that, me and Dwight can talk about
there could be a keeping it simple that keeps it fun.
Yeah,
there really could.
That's kind of my.
But we'll find out.
Thing.
Yeah,
I like simple that equals fun. Idea. It's harder to do. I think it's harder to do that because you have to really be sure what those few things you include are bangers.
Yeah.
Triangle strategy taught me a lot. They include a lot of characters, but each character has like a specific thing that their attributes lean toward, and if you want to use them, you use them. It's fun.
It's definitely going to be interesting when we start incorporating a little bit more. I mean, it's definitely gotten a little stale with some of the prototype stuff that you just use over and over and over again. For sure. But I will say, incorporating more enemies along with more characters so far, man, it has really brought a dynamic to the fight that has been really interesting for sure. So then I'm with you, though. At what point does it just become there's too much going on, too many decisions to be made, too much stuff on the fly? But then again, do we set it up and make it where it is still it's playable for the person that wants all of that complexity along with the person that just wants the simple? and then we give both style player the ability to play it that way.
It's also
you know.
about this kind of game. You don't give the player everything at once. It's more as you progress through the game, you get access to more spells. So then there's iterative gameplay or emergent gameplay. So once the rules are set and the functions are right and the equations are working and the calls are happening, these larger spells start to layer over top of each other and start to, like, all the variety starts to play off of itself. And these rules start to play in tandem with each other. And then you get natural things that happen out of the gameplay that you couldn't have intendedly programmed for. It's just kind of natural to the system. And that's where it gets really cool. And especially if you give the player the abilities and you hone that progression balance and you hold it just enough where the tension in the storyline, the mechanics opening up, the difficulties of the bosses, you control it just enough and balance it just right that no, we don't expect you to beat the game and have everybody top level. That'll take you hours to do. But if you can get everybody and spend your time training everybody up for their, specific reasons, but you're moving through the game progressively, yeah, by the end, each of them are going to have their own, build, favorite, and everything. So that's the other thing. So they're not going to, people like skill trees, and I think that is in our combo system and the blocking all the time, the turn breaks and stuff. Those abilities, I think, is imitating a skill tree system, but it's really based on how you're leveling up your load-ins. So
I wonder if
you're mining your own skill trees, basically. So that's no different than playing the game out with a certain, so that's what I'm saying. To be able to get all the combos and all the turn breaks, ergo the skill tree for every character before you beat the game, dude, it'll be 120, 150 hours.
That's pretty par for the course for games like this or just RPGs in general. They get pretty deep pretty quick. It's keeping it simple wherever you can. Open it up whenever you hit milestones in the next whatever, the next level, the next sequence, the next area. It seems seems like
basically
you're on the right track for it.
Yeah, well, basically what I'm saying to your point was that if you give the player too many options, that if you control it the right way, they don't get that kind of freedom until they're already way past the time expectation, level expectation to beat the game.
Not
now you're just going completionist.
I wouldn't say that without a reason. There's definitely games where like Bravely Default, they give you that option really quick to change classes and change jobs.
There's a lot of people that don't like the Final Fantasy materia system either, because it does the same. It starts to cheapen the importance of certain characters if you can build everybody the same way. So I mean,
but maybe they never mind.
Good stuff wants to know if there are any boobs in this game, bro.
Yeah, I saw that, my man. It was
you don't want to ignore boobs, bro.
I mean,
Adele's got some
females,
boobs, but it's kind of weird, right? We don't want to be talking. They're like kids, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
there's probably other characters out there. Monkey boobs, maybe.
We can figure it out. we can be a Disney perversion and just put boobs somewhere that just don't make sense, but they're there anyway.
Correct. Right. That's what happens when you restrict your artists too much. They just throw them in.
I mean, maybe there'll be some rocks in the background that identify as boobs. Maybe that'll work.
Rocks that
identify. Hey, look at those boulders back there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Kenton, I didn't play Bravely Default that much. Here it was pretty good to play. I'm playing Triangle Strategy. I'm really loving it if you like tactics.
Oh, my dogs are having a good old time.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I got a game to do.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Got to take a break though sometime, and it's my break.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm looking for whatever that break may be.
Definitely need it. I purposely pick hard difficulty and hard games to like sway
I
me from
guess
just getting full on.
I guess the part for me though is I'm so engrossed and involved in this that doing the play testing and the programming and the play testing and then the play testing and then having to play test it again. Kind of I get to play games, just
Yeah,
it's the
Yeah.
same one over and over and over again.
His boss is a real asshole.
Yeah.
What a fiend.
But I mean, when you're doing programming, it changes how something else interacts. So then, man, I've got to play the darn thing, and then I send it to Jeremy, and then something else happens, and yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, I'm really glad I didn't continue. I'd said this before. I'm glad I didn't continue in game development jobs.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like it. It's just like just like anything else. If you go be a musician, like I don't know,
Yeah, you better.
Anything.
Yeah.
It kind of kills the fun of some of
Yeah.
it. Like a very small minute.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to do like a restaurant, because I actually do I like cooking and barbecuing and cooking on the stove, all that kind of stuff. Even like campfire stuff, all that. I like that. But if I had to do it for a job to make a living and like had to do it for 100 people every day and 3 of them were just jerks on something, didn't whatever, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would take the fun out of it. I wouldn't want to do it anymore.
I mean, it happens to a lot, almost everything, really. It takes a little fun out of it. Thank God that it doesn't happen with me with comics and even some other things. But in general, it does happen all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just having a degree in CG, like going to watch like a Pixar movie, is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It's just especially when I was right out of school, like all I saw were like the texture maps, and I couldn't enjoy the movie. I was just seeing the behind the scenes stuff in front of you, especially when you're really in depth. And I don't know if it happens to Jeremy and you to like.
It does.
Games.
It does. But it's all about creating the illusion. So if I see a special effect in the old games, I'm like, yeah, I know how they did that. And it's
right.
It's easy because I mean, back then it wasn't about. I guess the techniques back then were amazing then, and they're not so amazing now, but they are effective. So we're using some of those in Beckon.
Yeah, you have to. You got. I mean, don't want to invent new ways to do things for no reason.
No, not unless they're just absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
But no, I'm dead serious though. Like what I said earlier. I mean, actually, this battle system so far, with having multiple characters, multiple enemies, it's interesting. It really has been, and then we get a few other things happening in it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I really do.
Well, I mean, I think everyone in the chat can agree we're impressed with what you guys put out so far. And coming out, it's hard to do. It's one thing to say, give you a pat on the back, doing good, but you're legit doing good.
I appreciate that. For sure.
Don't take it lightly. Just run them.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know this. I mean,
I think where we're at the spot now, man. Like, we really want to be able to get a boss fight.
Yeah. With all the 3 characters playable, so that's what we're doing.
We want a boss fight developed. I mean, like that's really where we're trying to push. I mean, a lot of the other stuff right now is is coming together. There's you
Which
can
I don't know
load
if
your
Joe's familiar with those things. Go ahead and list
may
off
not
those
be.
things.
So I mean I've updated the menu. There's volume controls now. There's loading of saved games so we can actually save our progress, go back to it, load it up. You know, Jeremy drew out just some sketched out first map of Bricketh, so we can actually run through some of that first section now. I've got the levels switching from an NPC. The different sections kind of update and tell you what section you're in. The multiple character battle is going on. They're actually fighting. The enemies are picking who they want to fight, and then trying to get it to where we'll actually pull up a boss fight and actually be able to sit there and slug it out with all three and whatever that just enemy encounter wants to look like for a boss battle. But I mean, we're right on the edge of starting to tweak and play with that boss battle, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's
so definitely some upgrades versus where we were.
Yeah, it reminds me of the patch notes on shit you see when you upgrade your games. It's just this giant list of like fixed. I love seeing those patch notes because you're like, oh, that's awesome. Especially if you're really into the game,
right?
Like, or stoked for each one. You're like, oh,
yeah.
I feel like a good example is that Blasphemous game. I haven't played it in a long time, but dude, they did like 3 DLCs. You're like, what? This is nuts.
I was actually watching their development pretty closely.
I've not played that yet, but it did look pretty intriguing and pretty cool when Jeremy sent me the Kickstarter that they were doing and all that stuff. So I mean, it did look cool.
I mean, I love the gameplay. If I get back into it, I'll play the DLC. But I did the first DLC, and then I did a review of the game. There's one on my channel. Joke had a panel on YouTube. Plug, shilling it. So I did a review. I liked it enough to do a review. I gave a good review. But after that, I thought they were done. They did 2 more DLCs after that. You're like, what?
So what was the DLC? Just like an expansion pack, or
it was like
what all
area,
kind of was in there? Okay,
new area, new like skins and stuff that usually come.
Right,
like a few new powers and like 4 super bosses, like new big bosses.
Yeah.
And they were pretty cool because they all tied together. This is how they did the structure. There were 4 of them. The first 3 you had to go to different areas to find, and then the last guy combined all 3 of the other guys' moves together. So it was like this nice culmination of when you fight the last guy, you have to like, I've already memorized everybody else's moves.
Yeah.
Incredible how they structured it. I thought that was pretty brilliant. It's not too. I think it's pretty standard game design, but yeah.
But still, I do like the way they put it together. But no, I've not played it yet.
Incredible stuff. Jeremy talked about it in the very beginning when it was Kickstarter.
I'd like them to do another badass Castlevania.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
I mean,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like almost kind of like the old side scroller platformer like that, but like updated. I think that would be.
What's the one game that like the guy from Castlevania broke apart from him and made it? I can't remember what it's called. It had performance issues on Switch, but there's a new one. It's called something totally different, but it's like that. You probably like it. I forget what it's called. Now that I
don't remember.
I'm blanking.
It's been a long time for that, but there's just some of that nostalgic feel of some of that stuff. But then to get some of the updates and have a little bit of a new gameplay, but still have some of that old feel, I think would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's enough of us now that would appreciate that and have a pretty good sales base to bring on to it.
For sure.
Whenever
I see the Cuphead guys, they're brothers too.
Yeah.
Right.
And I get hyped on their documentary stuff. Because I think they just did a DLC too. But, I mean, they rightfully so because they made a lot of money on it. But still, just seeing how their process was and, everybody's got their own thing. You're on the way, bro. On the way, bro.
My dog keeps knocking the headphones out of my ear.
Jeez.
Well, pay attention to him, man.
I know, right?
Throw him a bone.
They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Who's in the chat still?
Say what, Joe?
I was like, who's in the chat still? Shout
We're
out.
not enough. I think I don't know. Good stuff might have dropped off.
Headphones here.
I'm sure they are. I just want to hear the
Dropped off.
voices in the chat.
Like
we retain our viewers better than you do.
I
You
think
think so?
No,
think-
no, I'm just joking.
I think it's
maybe.
kind of hard to hear people in the chat there, Zoolander.
Well, yeah, no, I need to hear it in my eyes.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah,
Totally.
all right.
Hear it,
Wicked.
hear it
Wicked,
with your eyes.
Yeah, I need to hear it in my eyes. Listen to my teeth.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked for seeing new stuff, dude. Because I've been watching it for a long time. Jeremy's been working on it forever, and since we
No
had the
kidding.
prototype, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
Good to see new stuff.
Definitely trying. Like I said, updating the game, trying to get some more functionality in there for sure, and then try to get it to where it's got enough to it where we're comfortable pushing a massive update,
Mm.
and then seeing
that'll
where
be
it
great.
goes.
Dude, if you get that out there, I might have to buy a PC, guys. We'll have to do a.
You could get the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I could. I passed on it because I think I just got a PS5 or something. I was like, there's no way
Well,
I'm buying both.
We had talked about getting our Nintendo developer as well, and maybe having a pushing it to Switch.
Yeah, we talked
There's
about that.
I think it's definitely got some merit to do that.
Yeah, give it some thought.
It'd be
so
fun. I
we're
think
looking at
it
it
looked
for sure.
great on the Switch.
I think so too, and I think it would be doable.
I think as far as
we
console, it's almost like
we just need to
Can
pull
you-
the trigger and submit the request
Yeah.
to Nintendo and get the developer from it.
yeah.
So if you get it on developer, that means you can test it, or does that mean
So
you can?
So we get the developer that, then we should get the plug into Unreal to be able to then package
Export, yeah.
it, and then I can cook it to a Switch playable, and then we can then work with getting it. If we do try to release like a demo or push forward with anything else on the store, then we can then go on the Nintendo store and actually be able to have it downloadable. But then it should be able to be packaged and then brought onto the Switch, and then just almost like side load.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But then
Perfect
actually,
for it.
play test it and side load it. Okay, cool, this does work, and then go from there.
Yeah, steps. Take the steps. But yeah, it's obviously a good choice for. It's a no-brainer. Just,
I think so too. I really do. If I could just get the boss to fill out the paperwork, then maybe one day it'll happen.
He's wearing all the hats. He's got to.
Hey,
He's got to animate. He's got to animate rocks.
well, or
Man.
just tell me go and let me fill it out and
Ooh,
That's true too.
delegate.
whatever.
Comic Skaters here. Good to have you.
Oh, what's
around still.
up?
What are you working on, dude? Videos? What are you working on?
No, he's actually like working. He's at that
He's working. Oh, like day job working.
Yeah.
Oh snap! My fiance is calling me.
All right.
Wait for a minute.
Young.
Oh, can't be hearing that, huh? Yeah, what kind of books you selling? Good stuff.
What? What? What do you mean books?
Well, I mean, they do books still, don't they? Maybe not.
Gerbils as a pet.
So-
Come on.
So I wore my pork rub shirt yesterday out at the I went to a sporting clay shoot at work, and I wore my pork rub shirt, and like everybody's out there smoking pork and brisket and sausage and everybody's looking at my shirt, and they're like, dude, I love that shirt.
Perfect place for it.
It was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off so I can finish
All
up
right, man.
the food. I promised I'd finish some food.
Well, thanks for
And,
jumping in, Joe.
No problem, dude. She's
just
calling
don't
me
burn it.
back. I'll hit you up later though. See
Awesome,
you guys.
man.
All right.
Later, you too.
bro.
Thanks for making it out.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Ugh. Man, I can't stand that guy.
Who?
Joe,
What do you mean?
I can't stand it.
He looked like he was on the fry station, man. I'm telling you,
I'm
it
just
looked like
joking.
it looked like there was a heat lamp like right there, and he was sitting there and keeping the fries hot. Oh, such a bummer. I thought good stuff worked at a bookstore.
Why do you think? Why would you think he worked at a bookstore?
Just cause he just had that vibe, like he
He
worked.
he has librarian vibes.
No, like he worked at the local little book and tobacco and vape shop, you know.
No, I don't know what he does.
He said he does stators for large electric motors.
There you go.
So, you know, stuff that is in my wheelhouse because I have them rewound at work. So that's pretty cool. Watching the stators and rotors get built is pretty cool. Even though he probably just pushes a button and watches it sit there and spin. Do they let you smoke that pipe while you're building stators? Maybe not. He's probably got his boss standing there. Who are you talking to? Nobody.
Yeah, it takes time. It's meticulous when you're going through all the details of a complicated character. Trent was talking about that. Like, if you're going to be drawing them hundreds of times because of all of the animation.
Yeah, if you can take and reuse, why not? I mean, imagine still doing it on the old flip book and trace sheets and gosh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that consistency, but complexity, but try to also do it fast. And he also brings up there's another type of animation that's popular in video games where it's a paper doll or like a puppet. So you would make a T-square pose of a character and then chop them up into pieces based on body parts. And you bring him into a program like Spriter or Spine, I think is another one. And you build a bone structure in the program. So it's got sockets, rotations, parent bone, child bone, inverse kinematics. It's got everything you'd need, but you'd be able to puppeteer this character based on the bone structures. You attach the body part images to the bone.
Right.
In fact, we're probably going to be doing that for certain assets in our environment designs.
Well, if we move to 3D,
characters, not so much.
Being able to populate this in Blender and actually then just be able to move anyway would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you'd get him to here, you know, in Blender, and then if you want him to move his left hand, then you just move it.
Oh yeah,
you know,
having this in 3D would be so much easier.
Be so easy.
But it's not, because you've got to rig it properly, and rigging is very complicated. And if your rigger and modeler aren't on some sort of standard with how to build the 3D model in the joints, that way when it gets to the rigger can do the deformations and if they're not on the same page with that, it can get real nasty. I've seen that before. Worked with it. So rigging is complicated. So what you would want to do is buy a like $2,200 motion cap mocap setup, and get to acting it out yourself. You know,
to an extent, yeah. I mean, like it's almost what you were doing with Wizard, as far as getting Taj set up in that 3D space, and then you could actually just sit there and move everything around.
Yeah.
So evidently you need to check your DM, dude, because you're ignoring good stuff. I guess.
Oh, dang.
Called you a yeah.
Crazy.
That's pretty good size. Was that about 2,000 horsepower? Good stuff, or is that a little bigger than that? It's hard to tell, depth on it, but
that's a big pump.
No, that's a motor.
Oh, okay.
But it would turn a pump, so you're in the ballpark. I mean, you weren't too far out.
I was thinking of different type of pump.
Oh, like at the bookstore?
Sure.
I mean, you sell pumps at the bookstore? Like, really? Who would have thought?
How many bookstores are there anymore? I thought they were all gone.
I don't know. They look so creepy. I don't even, it's like, I'm just going to keep driving. And then, like a pump you get out of Sharper Image. And who buys them anymore? For what? Oh, the articles. I'm trying to catch up on my reading.
Let's see. That looks like that shortens in between those frames. Oh, so
yeah,
Nintendo a few months back had released a Sega Genesis, like, oh no, sorry. They're for the Switch, they got like their online service that allows you to play some of the old games. They put Earthworm Jim on there. Dude, Earthworm Jim video game was the shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So funny.
Man, I've not seen that for a while. Like, did they try to redo that and do a new version? To be honest with
you, I actually think the creator of it isn't too far from us in the CG circuit.
Yeah.
I heard there was drama with it early on, so I don't really know.
I'm with you, like same style, but throw AR orangutan on there, man. I think that has some.
Yeah,
that's got some pull.
Well, he said if we ever want to do it, but because we want to. I think we got a little bit of work ahead of us first, and then we could probably start thinking about that.
Right.
I do not like how that rolls out.
Oh man, so we'll get there. It is still cool to see you playing with some lane animations, but buddy, finally. I can tell though, man, it's gonna That's going to be some hours spent
What?
getting
The animations?
Getting Lane up and running.
Oh yeah. So guys, there's 3 attacks. So
Yeah.
if I do, so I'm saying I'm making the hold animation. So the cycle that I'm making right now, this is going to be universal. So it doesn't matter what attack button you press and hold down, Lane will get into this position cycle. It's just when you release, depending on which one you're holding, will change the animation of the release. So this one's going to be right attack. So he'll release. Oh shit. He released from the side, from the right side. Come in and shoot and throw it around that way. So Dwight had a cool idea for the left side. So he'll swing this way, but overshoot and do an under sling. So then the projectile slings off from the right. And so it'll all come from this base 3 rotations. So it'll happen real fast. I was really hoping that I could get, let's see, does that move very much? Let's see. I'll show you guys a little bit. I could do a couple tricks here to make it
a little. Yeah. Fancy. Come on. You got 30 seconds.
So
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're out.
Not that one. That one. That one. I got puppies going. Hey, what's up, dude?
It's like treat time or what?
Dad's working. No,
I guess. I need to send you one of those like play fetch machines that you can just sit there and train them to put the boomerang back in it.
That's the thing. It's the boomerang, man. If I could learn to do that with that, oh my god! But then I wouldn't enjoy the time with my dog.
And then,
yeah. But he loves that thing. I started something. So yeah. So the idea is those. So that'll be the rotation, right? So if I really wanted to see that, yeah, you can't see it here. I have to take those out. So let's see. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Let's see. 1920 by 1080, 300. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I was really trying to get at least one cycle done, and I'm glad I got at least one cycle done so you all can see what it looks like. And it's done lined wise. Next episode I might actually show you one of the actual full attacks, and we'll parse it out and do that. You all saw me kind of work this one out, but when it changes keyframes, when it gets more dynamic, it gets kind of crazy. So hold on, where was I at? Get that. Okay. So that, come down here, turn that, no delay, turn that on, turn that off. Oh my goodness, boys.
He's a little excited, huh?
Oh, that's the same one. This one, yeah, grab this one, yep. Okay, position that. And grab the third one. Man, how come I cannot? Ooh, this is gonna get hairy.
All right. So,
Hold on.
what are you working on?
Hold on.
You about to show us?
Yeah. If I don't get this cleaned up, which I've got to later, when you see the animation cycle,
right,
got to be clean so you can see the line move. Now, I mean, that's there's some people that say, animation a lot for games is like it's art in motion. You don't have to be very clean with each frame. But I kind of say, well, if someone takes a screenshot of it, for an article or anything,
sure,
it'd be kind of nice if no matter what picture they grabbed, that it looked crisp and nice. But that's just me. Okay, delete that frame. We're going to turn those off. This one on, which does that. Turn this one on, which does that. Uh-oh. Hold on.
He's a little jumpy.
It was, wasn't it? It's because it's so... Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, because this one's supposed to rise up. Let's see. Supposed to go faster. Oh, dang. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep that a little bit more level. So let's see. Try to raise it. This one.
And what was the thing you're just trying to show us how fast you can grab stuff together and make an animation? Is that?
I'm just kind of showing you what the cycle would be. I gotta work on some things, obviously, but yeah, I think he squats too heavy. But yeah, I actually might work on this from this file to kind of get it more worked together, and then come back with the. Oh my goodness! Yeah. All right, guys, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of how nutty this can all get. But yeah, it takes a long time, but you all can see the animations when you play the game. It looks awesome. I can't wait till Dwight can get these in. So yeah,
for sure. All
right, you got anything to say, bro? Thank you guys for showing up. We love you.
That's it, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah, Dogo gone wild for sure. They've gone wild, guys. Love you.
Thank y'all for making it out.
Enjoy.